What's going on, YouTubeverse? It's your boy, Mr. Rassle Rant himself, the Beagle, coming at you with another rant video for today. Two things before I get started. One, can we all take a second and please thank Paul Heyman for being a part of the WWE, because right now he's making at least his part of the storyline so interesting. His interview this past Monday was one of, if not the best promo of the entire year. You know, he had, at least for me, he had me on the verge, wondering, is this a shoot, or is this, is it just a regular, story driven promo? It was captivating. You really felt the emotion coming through. The watery eyes, the red eyes, tearing up, the skittishness that he had. By saying that basically every time he was asked a question, he really had to think about how he wanted to word it, because, he felt that if he said the wrong thing, it'd make Brock more upset, and he would take his frustrations out on Heyman like he did last Monday, the Monday before that. And two, I want to give a shout out to John Nunez. Thank you, brother, for giving me support, watching my videos, liking them, hitting me up on the comments, having a small little conversation. I really do appreciate it. As you see, I'm repping my Colts wear. If you haven't yet, please jump on, go to Two Guys Opinion. That's my other YouTube channel. We talk about football, we talk about the Colts. We should have a video coming out, another video coming out shortly. Just me and my brother, getting our schedules together where we can do that. But back to this video. In my last video, John put in the comments talking about, Brock and Roman. We're everybody getting tired of seeing that. But Finn Balor, arguably one of the greatest talents on Raw, one of the biggest names to come out of New Japan into WWE. And what have they done with him? He's had a few title reigns. The Universe title wasn't his fault. He got hurt. It happens. As I said in previous videos, it's a physical sport. You do get hurt. It was just bad luck that he got hurt and had to relinquish the title. But it is the WWE's fault for not, when he came back, not immediately putting him back in that situation and giving him opportunity to win the title back that he never actually lost. I'm highly over on it. Ever since his Prince Devitt days, I've actually enjoyed his work. Being one of the founding members of the Bullet Club and all the things he did in New Japan, it was great. But they started off strong with him. They brought in the Demon, which is something they haven't done. They have not done the Demon thing in a while, and that was his big gimmick coming over here. Was, if you can beat the man, but can you beat the Demon? That was a true test if you wanted to get past him. So by them not utilizing this in this worthless, abysmal, nonsensical feud with Baron Corbin, Constable Baron Corbin, we are going to have to suffer through another match at SummerSlam. I, for one, I'll watch the show, but that match I'll either go do something else. I'll take that time, probably, I don't know. I'll do anything but probably watch the match. Because more than likely, Finn was going to lose. When I do my predictions in the next few days, I'll go over why. But when it comes to overseas, talent coming in, or just talent from other organizations coming in, I don't know why Vince does what he does with them. I don't know if it's, ego driven, to constantly having his guys go over these guys that he brought in, or is it just, I want to sign them, not do much, we'll give them up to pacify them, but I want to keep them off the market. There's been a huge influx of signings happening, especially with this Evolution pay-per-view coming up. And all these signings, these women aren't going to be able to do much. It's just Vince's way of eliminating the competition. He swoops with everybody. He constantly buys them, or doesn't buy them, signs them. He uses them to do whatever he can with. For the women, it's mostly the Mae Young Classic and this Evolution pay-per-view coming up in October, which I hope it's a great show. It's gonna be like a birthday gift for me. My birthday is in early October, so I'm hopeful for that. but I'm getting off topic. Fin and Corbin have been feuding for the past few months, not weeks, not months, based on a height difference. I mean, I'll say that one more time so you guys can clearly get what I'm saying if you're not following this. A height difference. All because Corbin is a tall guy and Fin is about average height. He's not really short. Taller than I am. So, you know, they could have done a lot with this. And if you want me to make a video about it, I guarantee off the top of my head, I could freestyle a video and come up with 5, at least minimum 5 different ideas for this feud that would make a hell of a lot more sense other than I'm tall, you're small, let's fight. I'm sick of seeing it. Let's have that. I want 1 or 2 things to come out. I'll give you 2 scenarios that'll say, okay, I can digest this for the next month or whatever. 1, Fin finally at least gets a win on a pay-per-view for 1. 2, and just finally gets a win over Corbin, which I know he's beaten before, but make it like, Fin has the speed advantage. He finally learns how to use the speed to his advantage and just makes Corbin look dumb. 2, Corbin wins and Fin comes out the next night and says, I'm tired of this. If I can't beat you, I know a demon that can beat you. And the match will be set for the following pay-per-view, which I'm not sure which one they're going with right now. But Constable Corbin versus Demon Balor. Something, again, we have not seen in a very long time. Recently, another one. This is just things that, it's not really a rant like the last video was, but I was really, really amped. I was really going 100 miles an hour. One last thing on Sasha and Bailey. I know I've talked about them extensively, and how do I want to put this? They lost to the Riot Squad with help from a returning Ruby Riot. Okay, I understand you wanted some different way than to just trot her out there or do a run in. It was kind of okay. It was a sneaky heel win. I get it, but if you're really pushing them, you want to be them top of the division. They should have moved to a different tag team and had them run roughshod over everybody. And you could have done this with another team. You didn't have to use this to... You're supposed what everybody feels is going to be the #1 tag team in the division. Your first women's tag team champions of this era. And just, again, have them, every team you put in front of, okay, I don't care if it's jobbers, I don't care if it's, established stars, I don't care who it is. If you want them to be your first champions, have them run roughshod and be like, if we're going to beat these people and, have a competition, we as women, we're going to be tag matches, we might as well have a tag team title. Make it the women wrestlers idea. Don't trot out Stephanie, Vince, and Triple H to pat themselves on the back, acting like it was their ideas and it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Show the women in type of storyline, give them come together, all of them saying, hey, we have problems, but we all want tag team titles. We have a women's title, we want a tag team title. That would do a lot more than just WWE doing stuff just to pat them on the back, to stroke their ego. It'd be a hell of a lot better than the whole announcement for the women's tongue tied there for a second. Than this Evolution pay-per-view coming up. Because that was, again, yes, it's a tremendous occasion for the women to be shown in that kind of showcase, and have none of the guys show up. We all know that's also kind of like an apology for the Saudi deal with the Greatest Royal Rumble, where the women were allowed to appear, and they did get a bonus. So they should be honest. It wasn't us fans that were pushing for it. It wasn't even the women that were pushing for it. It was a way that WWE can get their name out there again, pat themselves on the back, pop ratings, and look like that they really, really want the best for these women, and they really highly respect them. We finally seen a women's main event again on Raw, which I had to look it up. I don't know when the last time that happened was. The best one was, the Lita Trish one a long time ago in the Attitude Era. That was a great main event. And we're finally getting back to that caliber of women's wrestling that we like to see. Just, again, give us something more than they're friends and that everything's okay. Even give them a little attention. Like, hey, everything may be cool, but maybe not so cool. You know, they're kind of doing that with Becky and Charlotte right now. Because Becky Lynch's title match at SummerSlam, that turned into a triple threat match with Charlotte, which I don't think you need Charlotte in there. I really think it'll come down to whoever. I want to see Becky win, but let's face it, Charlotte's like the John Cena of the women's division. She more likely will win the title, and then Becky will chase her or feud with her. I mean, Becky's red hot right now. She's my personal favorite female wrestler on either roster. I think she deserves the title. The fans are really behind her. So let's just give her the spot and give her the spotlight. She didn't need to share it with anybody else. That match didn't need anything else. Unless they take out whatever her name is. That's how much I actually care about her. Carmella, that's her name. Take her out early and let's have just a barn burner of a match between Charlotte and Becky. We know they can do it. I'm not sold on Carmella's in-ring ability. Her mic skills are trash. I'm glad they got rid of Jimmy James Ellsworth, Mr. No Chin himself. That was nice. But let's just give the women, you know, the actual time to shine. Let's have really good matches. Let's not do anything repetitive. And I'm really looking forward to see the designs for these belts. I've heard rumors and I've seen a few pictures, but you never know. That could be somebody just doing their own thing, you know, to pop their ratings and pop their likes and shares. So, kind of a mini rant today. Not really a big one. I will have a bigger one come Sunday. Especially because, again, I can't stomach Raw and SmackDown. They're boring. They're contrite. They are repetitive. Especially that damn picture that showed up in, that started with Brock when he was in the locker room or in his dressing room a couple weeks ago. Then it transferred to SmackDown, and then now it showed up in on set with, quote unquote, on set with The Miz on Miz and Mrs. So, really, if it's going to say you're at a segment, just film it, pre-tape it. That's all you got to do. And if you don't have him in the building, don't try to tell us that he's not in the building when we all know he is. Just be honest with us, and it'll be a lot better. So, this has been the first official episode 1 of Rassle Rant. We will get better. We will get bigger. Especially if you can do 2 things for me. Number 1, hit that like button. Number 2, hit that subscribe button. Because believe me, we only getting better, and you're gonna want to be here for it. Until then, I am Mr. Rassle Rant himself, the Beagle, saying I will see you next time.